Hello everybody, my name is Dustin Wood and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a cool event that happened on my birthday. Now, as you can tell by the screen, my birthday is March 9th, 1996, and this event didn't actually happen on that date, but it happened on March 9th of 1964. So first I want to see if everybody can recognize this car. If you can't recognize this car, I'm very surprised. It's a Ford Mustang. It's one of the most popular cars out there right now. You'll find them all over the road. Now, what's cool about March 9th of 1964 is that the first ever Mustang rolled off the assembly line on that day. Now, what that means is that they weren't for sale yet, so this isn't the date that they went for sale. That was a year or two later. This was the day that the car was officially finished. The finished product was done. And I think that's really neat. Now, this guy, uh, Lee Iacocca, was kind of the mastermind behind the whole thing. He had a very specific vision that he wanted for this car, according to ClassicPonyCars.com. He was very grounded on what he wanted, and some of those needs that he needed for this car were he wanted it to be able to seat four people. He wanted it to have bucket seats. He wanted a floor shifter mainly because most cars at that time had well, also today, but especially back then, most cars back then had the steering wheel console shifter, and he wanted the floor shifter to kind of give it more of a race car vibe and to differentiate itself from other cars. He wanted it to weigh less than 2,500 pounds, and he also wanted it to cost less than $2,500, which just thinking of a car costing that much is crazy to me because of how comparing it to how cars cost nowadays is 2,500. That's just crazy to me. So all of these ideas that he had in his head kind of cultivated into this. This is the first ever Ford Mustang that was made right off the assembly line, and it looks really beautiful, honestly, and a lot of other people thought so too. Now, he thought this car was so grand and great that he wanted it to be presented to the public for the first time on a very grand and great scale. So to do that, he took it to the World's Fair in New York. Now, according to HowStuffSays.com, he made a speech before he presented it, and here is a quote from that speech. He said, "From the beginning, the Mustang has been an exciting venture for all of us. We haven't been able to contain our excitement entirely with the result. I'm happy to say that the public has caught some of our fever. We hope it's highly contagious." So as you can tell, he had really high hopes for this car. He assumed that everybody was going to be like a sickness. It's just going to take over the public with how popular it is. And he was right, ultimately, if you see how often they're on the road today. Now, the car was such a massive hit that the first day, so in the first 24 hours, it sold 22,000. It had 22,000 dealership orders just the first day, which I'm assuming the dealerships were ordering more than one vehicle. So I couldn't find the statistic of how many actual vehicles were sold the first day, but 22,000 dealership orders, and I'm assuming that there was more than one car in each of those orders, so you do the math, it's a lot. And also, the car sold 418,812 units just in its first year alone, which broke a ton of sale records at the time. It was wildly popular. And from Car and Drive magazine, they have a review of the car when it was first released. You couldn't find very many, but I found one from Car and Driver magazine, and here's what they had to say about the Mustang upon its release. "It's easily the best thing to come out of Dearborn since the 1932 V8 Model B Roadster. But for all the talk of performance, it's still clear the Mustang has been designed and built to price." So as you can tell, they said it's the best thing to come out since the Model B Roadster. Everybody loved it. I mean, not just um, how popular it was critically acclaimed. It just overall, nobody had anything bad to say about the car. And that's why it's had such a legacy and longevity. And that's why you see tons of people still driving them on the road today. Now, I really hope you guys enjoyed that little story I had for you. I thought it was really neat considering that it happened on March 9th, the same day I was born. I would have never thought that something that I see on the road so much was the same as was conceived the same day as my birthday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing all of yours, and I hope you have a good day. See ya.